Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Chuke, is that you? No! F***ing Chuke!
Welcome all. Once again, welcome to Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Still homeless, living in a truck down by the river. Today I wanted to revisit my Beast Battle series. In the past I've talked about silverback gorilla versus bear versus tiger. Today I wanted to talk about wolf versus bear, which is interesting because that's something that we've actually seen. They live in the same climate here in Alaska. So wolf versus bear. And so I'm talking about a very large coastal brown bear, not the 1,500 pound one, we'll say 1,100 pound coastal brown bear, different than the interior grizzly, versus a gray wolf. And we're talking about some of the biggest ever measured Alaska gray wolves, and we're going to say a male that weighs 160 pounds. Now, obviously, one wolf versus one bear, the bear is going to win every time. I mean, there's no question. It's just stronger. When we talk about, so how many wolves would be a good match to even possibly overpower the bear? So when we talk about PSI bites, the bear's PSI, the power of its bite is 975 PSI. The wolf bite, Nat Geo measured it at 406, but there's been some other studies that have suggested as high as 661. And I'm going to go with that because you see some of these big male wolves, they can bite pretty hard. So I'm going to go with 661. So you've already got a bite that is very powerful. Not as powerful as a brown bear bite, but they can do serious damage. Now, how many wolves would be a good match for the bear? When you think about wolves, and they hunt huge beasts. They hunt bison, 1,900 pound bison, bull moose, bull caribou. They take down very large game, and they're smart. What they do is they wait it out. They surround it. All of their attacks are from the back. You see, one of them might get injured, but then you've got them coming in from all sides, and then you got them coming back, attacking the tendons and arteries of the legs. And so at some point, one of those wolves is going to get a bite in one of those arteries on the hind leg, and it's going to bleed out. And usually these hunts last 18 hours, 11 to 18 hours. And the beast gets so tired, it just stops fighting. Then they start disemboweling it from the back, or it bleeds out that leg and just falls asleep, and then they get it. So bears and wolves, they skirmish sometimes over dead animals, but a carcass or a fresh kill, but typically they don't just go at each other for food. There's better, they're after the same thing. A little bit of Rona there. But if they were forced, like in a Roman arena, to fight, or if there was nothing left, then they would fight. And wolves are smart. So a bear is going to dissuade, a bear is going to encourage the wolves to go away very quickly by killing one. And once you lose a member of the pack, it becomes not worth it to try anymore. So really it's unrealistic, unless they were starving with no other game, for a pack of wolves to descend on a giant brown bear like this, because the brown bear is going to easily kill one or two of the wolves, smash its head in. When you talk about 975 PSI, a bear can crush a bowling ball with its jaws. So it's going, even with a swipe of its claws, it can pretty much take out the head of a wolf. So any wolf that comes in from the front while the bear still has energy is going to get mangled. After losing a couple wolves, the pack is going to decide to leave. But what if they decided to stay and it was just a fight to the death? How many wolves would it take to take out one of these 1,100-pound brown bears? It's a good question, and I'm going to say if you had just 10 amazing 175-pound alpha male wolves, they might be able to do the job, but really you're going to need a whole pack. 3, 4, even 5 wolves would not be able to take down a brown bear in full strength. You know, not when it's first waking up from its lethargic slumber in the spring. We're talking, you know, autumn. The bear is at full strength. Some wolves come in. If 5 wolves come at it, the bear is going to easily kill 1 or 2 of them, and the wolves aren't going to get a bite. They're not going to get through its thick hide. They're not going to get at any of those tendons, and the bear will just kill them one by one. Now, once you've got 10 or more, they're going to start tiring that bear out. The wolf has more stamina. They can run and travel a lot longer than a bear. They'll go for miles running. The bear is big. It's going to tire out. So 10 wolves might do it, but really 15 to 23, a full pack, it's going to take, because some of the wolves are going to die. Let's be upfront about that. Some of the wolves will die, but at some point they're going to use that smart wolf strategy. They're going to tire that bear out, and some are going to come from behind and start disemboweling it, and it's just going to be so tired after fighting and fighting for 18 hours, it's not going to be able to resist anymore, and it's going to be clawing at this wolf in the front while it's getting disemboweled from the back. So realistically, 10 would even be a stretch, but I'm going to have to say 13, 14 wolves would be enough to take out one of these big bears, and that's if they're big wolves, and some will die. So if you think about it instinctually, you see these black bears, brown colored phased black bears in California, fighting little dogs and running from these little dogs. It's instinctual. They hate dogs because the wolf is their natural ancient enemy. Bears know that dog-like creatures come in packs, and so the pack mind of the wolf has always outpowered the bear, because these wolves will sometimes have 21 wolves, and that's too much for a bear. So a full pack of wolves absolutely can dominate a bear, but they're going to have some losses. But they're instinctual enemies. That is why these bears don't like dogs. Even wild moose don't like dogs. They can sense the wolf-like quality in the dog. So definitely, we'll say 14 or more wolves can overpower an 1,100-pound brown bear and kill it. Not very common. You won't see it very often, but if they're stuck in a tank together or there's no other food, it could happen, and I'm sure it has happened. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys think the brown bear could indefinitely fight off a whole pack of wolves, you're crazy. But some will definitely die. So let me know what you guys think. I enjoy these Beast War conversations, and let me know what other videos you would like to see. Please like, share, and subscribe, and help me out on Patreon if you can. Thanks, guys. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you go outside.